We're back with more from Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Now, the film adaptation of your novel, Half of a Yellow Sun, debuts next month. What's going through your mind right now? How are you feeling?
It's a very good film.
Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
And what do you think?
I think it's very beautiful. It's aesthetically, it's very beautiful. The shots, the sort of the cinematography of it, and it was shot in Nigeria, which was the one thing that was very important to me. And it's just a really well done film. Okay. And the acting, everybody in that film, just the acting is really, and I'm not saying this because it's a film based on my book, because if it wasn't good, I just wouldn't say anything.
You'd be quiet.
Yeah. The acting is just so good. I was very moved the first time I saw it. At the end of it, I was almost in tears, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at a clip, and then we'll discuss further.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just don't get what you see in these English boys.
I applied for a job as a lecturer in the Department of Sociology, and I got it.
A special woman is arriving this weekend. Very special.
Yes, sir.
My name is not Sir.
Yes, sir.
You should eat first.
You really moved in, haven't you?
Our sister's revolutionary lover and his band of drinkers.
Let's get married.
What's happened? There's been a coup.
What's happening in Lagos?
This is our beginning.
Chiwetel Ejiofor, Anika Noni Rose, Tandy Newton. That's a phenomenal cast.
Yes.
My goodness.
And Onyeka Owenu, who was just incredible in this film. Really, everybody. John Boyega, everybody in the film. It's very much an ensemble cast of just fantastic acting all around.
That book really established you as a literary sensation. It sold more than 500,000 copies in the UK alone. When you were writing it, did you have any idea it would have that level of impact?
No. When I was writing it, I thought 2 people would buy it.
2?
And one of them would be related to me. One would be my father, who is a very supportive parent. No, really, I didn't, because when I was writing it, people who care about me didn't think it was a good idea.
They didn't? Why?
No. Well, because you're writing about Biafra, you're writing about the Biafran War, which is very much a contested part of our history, which isn't cool. And which wasn't at the time Darfur, because Darfur was kind of the sexy thing to if you're going to do Africa, you better do Darfur. But I wanted to write about it because it's also my family's history. My grandfather died in a refugee camp, and for me, that book has so much emotional resonance and power because it's not just a novel. It's my country's history. I was hoping that my generation of Nigerians would start to talk about that period.
The war's not really spoken about. It happened in the late 60s, early 70s. It's in the not-so-distant past, but yet and still it's been swept under the rug.
Yeah,
why do you think that is? And I read that you felt a real responsibility to spearhead and help jumpstart the conversation about the war.
Yeah, I think it's important. I mean, it's very cliche to say unless we know what happened in the past, we risk repeating it, but it's also true. And I think it still affects many things in Nigeria today, and that it's important for us to understand where these things started. You know what they say about understanding where the rain started to beat you. But I also think that most countries do that, where countries have parts of their history that make them uncomfortable. So what do? They pretend. Yeah. They hide it. But I think it's changing now in Nigeria. I think slowly there's a bit more of a conversation from people from all over the country, because it's a Nigerian story. I mean, it happened with Igbo people in Biafra, but it's a Nigerian story. All of us were affected in one way or the other. And
more than 3 million people died.
Yes, many of them children who should not have died. And when people talk in Nigeria today about breaking up and separating and going, I think we should all talk about what it means to be Nigerian, but I think we should also make sure that violence is never an option, because after Biafra we don't ever want something like that to happen again.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so Half of a Yellow Sun debuts next month in Nigeria.
Yes.
Okay, so what can we expect?
So it debuts in Nigeria and in the UK as well.
Simultaneously?
Yes.
Okay, so where will you be?
I'm going to be at both places. Okay. So I'm just going to sort of jump in a plane after the London thing and go to Lagos, because Lagos is what I'm most looking forward to. I'm very pleased. I didn't write the book thinking anybody would make a film from it. And I wasn't involved with the film because I just wanted to stay away from it. But I'm just really happy that it's one more opportunity for for our story to be told. And B, Bandele, who's the director and who's a dear friend of mine, I think has just done so well. And I just, you know, I feel in some kind of silly way, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of B, and I'm very proud of the film. And I hope it does well.
You must be proud of Chiwetel as well, and a number of the African actors. I mean, 2013 was a banner year for African actors.
Yes.
There's Chiwetel,
Yes.
Lupita Nyong'o,
Yes.
Idris Elba,
Yes.
Adepero Dio, David Oyewolo.
Yes.
What do you attribute that to?
I attribute that to the world finally realizing the immense talent that all of these black actors and actresses have. I don't know. I mean, I don't. But I think the problem with that, though, is that it shouldn't be remarkable. You know, it still is, and it's a shame that it is because, you know, obviously they're very talented. I think Chiwetel. I really do think Chiwetel is one of the most talented actors working today, really, and. So it shouldn't be remarkable. It's a shame that it is. You know, I celebrate it, but it's a shame that we have to.
Yes.
You know, it shouldn't be remarkable.
Let's talk about Lupita Nyong'o. Now, I got the sense that there could be a possible collaboration between the two of you. Do tell. You care to break some news here today?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to do the mysterious thing and say that Lupita might be making an announcement sometime soon. I don't know. That announcement might be about Americana. I don't know. But the only thing I'll tell you is that
I'm
Lupita was a
fishing.
very...
I'm fishing.
Lupita was a very early fan of Americana. She, and so before she was sort of well-known in the way that she is now, she wrote
Before she was an Oscar winner.
Yes. And a very well-deserved one, I think. I saw that film and I was stunned by 12 Years a Slave. Just it's magnificent, I think. But anyway, so she loved Americana. She wrote me the loveliest email, very long and passionate email about Americana. And yeah, so I think I'm going to now play the mysterious person who won't say more.
Okay, I think you've said enough. Your eyes are very expressive. A wink if you two are collaborating.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Okay. You've said that you wrote Americana for you. What did you mean by that?
You know, that I just wasn't, I mean, when you start off writing, the convention is that you be concerned about what people will think, what they will say, will they like it. And with Americana, I just thought I'm going to write the book I want to write. I hope people will get it. If they don't, that's bad, but this is the book I want to write. And so you start off with very low expectations, which is really the best way to start off, right? You have to love it yourself, but you have to assume that maybe the world is not going to love it.
Right.
Yeah, but you're loving it yourself is really what matters. And so Americana was the book I wanted to write. I had fun. I was laughing. But also I thought I was writing about things that really mattered. But I wanted to poke fun at things and, you know, and be smecky about things. Yeah.
Well, you pulled it off. It's a phenomenal success. What's next for you, Chimamanda? Please tell me.
You know, Lola, even though you're my dear friend,
Yes.
I'm a very superstitious Igbo woman.
Okay.
And I don't like talking about work in progress because I think it will just be jinxed. I'm terribly superstitious about things like that. So.
Well, whatever it is, I know it will be a huge success, and you will come back.
Yes, I'll come back.
And you will share that story with me as well, won't you?
I will.
Chimamanda,
I will.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And you're
Thanks.
watching Arise Entertainment 360.